Good morning. So we're gonna get started. We know that there'll be people coming in, so we'll just make sure they feel welcome and they can find a seat. So good morning. Welcome to all of you who have chosen the Nell Hodgson Woodruff School of Nursing. We're thrilled that you're here. We were hoping the weather would be a little bit warmer here this morning. It's a little chilly. It'll be warming up. The sun's coming out later. I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm Beth Ann Swan. I'm the Associate Dean for Education here at the school. This is my colleague, Dr. Shawana Moore. Shawana is the director of our MSN and our DMP programs. Ashley Frost, who I will introduce in a minute. Ashley Frost is the program manager. Ashley's the brains behind the operation, so you want to make sure you know Ashley. And Brian Jones will become a familiar face to you as you move through the program. Brian is our, I'll say guru, all things classroom, AV, instruction, all that sort of thing. So you'll see Brian through your journey here as a student. So we just wanted to start, and in absentia, I will introduce Dr. Heather Meissen, who is the program director for the MN Pathway program. And she couldn't be with us this morning, so I am going to play a video from her. So we'll start with that.
Hello, students, and welcome to the Nell Hodgson Woodruff School of Nursing into Emory University. I am thrilled to welcome you as one of our newly admitted nursing students. Congratulations on your acceptance into our very rigorous and esteemed program. The faculty and staff are truly delighted to have you join our Emory nursing community. My name is Heather Meissen. I am an associate professor here at the School of Nursing and currently serving in the interim director role for the MN Pathway. I am also an acute care nurse practitioner. I have been in clinical practice for almost 20 years here at Emory University Hospital in the surgical intensive care unit. My career has taken me on an amazing journey, and I hope that your future career will also provide an excellent journey for you. Year after year, nursing has been considered the most respected profession in our country, but it is also a calling rooted in compassion, dedication, and the continued pursuit of excellence in patient care. Embarking on this journey will provide you with the knowledge and the skills necessary to thrive in our healthcare environment. As a brief introduction, I wanted to explain why nursing is so vitally important. Nursing is important for several reasons. First and foremost, patient care. Nurses are frontline healthcare providers who play a crucial role in delivering direct patient care. They monitor patients' health, administer medications, provide treatments, and offer emotional support. Their presence ensures that patients receive the attention and the care they need to promote healing and recovery. Advocacy. Nurses advocate for patients' rights and ensure that they receive high-quality, compassionate care. They act as a bridge between patients and other healthcare professionals, helping to ensure that patients' needs and concerns are addressed. They empower patients to make informed decisions about their care and support them in navigating complex healthcare processes. Nurses are critical in health promotion and disease prevention. Nurses educate patients and communities about healthy lifestyle choices, disease prevention, and the management of chronic conditions. By promoting wellness and preventative measures, nurses contribute to reducing healthcare costs and improving overall population health. Nurses are collaborators. Nurses work collaboratively with other members of the healthcare team, including physicians, therapists, social workers, and technicians, to provide comprehensive care to patients. Their teamwork and communications skills are essential for delivering effective and coordinated healthcare services. Nurses provide comfort and compassion. Nursing is not just about providing medical care. It's also about offering comfort, empathy, and emotional support to patients and their families during times of illness, injury, or stress. Nurses provide that human touch that can make a difference in patients' experiences and outcomes. And finally, crisis. During emergencies, disasters, or public health crises, nurses are on the front lines providing critical care, triage, and support to affected individuals and their communities. Their skills and their expertise are invaluable in managing and mitigating the impact of these events. Nurses contribute to every aspect of healthcare delivery, from direct patient care to health promotion to advocacy and to crisis response. Their dedication, their compassion, and their expertise make them indispensable members of the healthcare team. Overall, nursing is essential for maintaining the health and well-being of individuals and our communities. There are many different types of nursing, and nursing encompasses a wide range of roles and responsibilities. During your first year, you will focus on the role of the registered nurse. These are nurses who have completed a nursing program and obtained a nursing license. They can work in various healthcare settings, including hospitals, clinics, nursing homes, and community health centers. They are frontline providers who deliver high-quality care to our patients and their families. Many of you will choose to continue your educational journey with us after obtaining your RN license, where you will have the opportunity to explore advanced practice nursing. Advanced practice nurses include nurse practitioners, nurse anesthetists, nurse midwives, and clinical nurse specialists. Nurse practitioners are advanced practice registered nurses who have completed additional education and training beyond the RN level. They can diagnose illnesses, prescribe medications, and provide primary and specialty care to patients. Other career opportunities could include becoming a nurse educator or a nurse administrator and healthcare leader. Nurse educators are nurses who teach nursing students in academic settings such as universities and colleges. Nurse administrators or healthcare leaders are nurses who are responsible for overseeing nursing staff, budgets, and patient care within healthcare organizations. Nursing requires a blend of technical skills, compassion, critical thinking, and communication abilities to provide effective care to our patients. It is a challenging yet rewarding profession that plays a crucial role in promoting and maintaining the health and well-being of individuals and communities. During your journey with us, you will participate in our rigorous curriculum, which is specially designed to advance your critical thinking skills, your clinical competence, and your ethical decision-making. Our faculty, who are renowned experts in their fields, are committed to providing you with an exceptional experience, transforming your learning to prepare you for the complexities of modern healthcare practice. In addition to our rigorous program, we understand the importance of cultivating a supportive and inclusive learning environment where every student feels valued and respected. I encourage you to actively participate in activities, student organizations, and community service initiatives that enrich your educational journey and will foster lifelong relationships with your peers and your mentors. As you begin your time with us, please know that you are not alone. We are here to support you every step of the way. We will guide you, we will mentor you, and we will provide resources to help you excel and to be successful. Again, congratulations and welcome to our school.
All right, so let's get started. So the first thing I want to do is let you know that you'll be with Dr. Moore and I, and then your next location will be PO1, which is walking down. You're going to get exercise today. You're going to walk down the steps, and you'll be in PO1 is right below this classroom. And then you'll be at PO1 for the student panel. And then after that, you're going to go to 203. So you're going to walk up 2 flights of steps. And then you'll be in a similar location on the 2nd floor. So everybody knows where they're going. And there'll be lots of people out in the hallway helping you navigate where that is. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit. We have our, my colleague associate dean in the back, Dr. Lisa Muirhead. Many of you met her on your way in. And then we have our senior assistant dean, Katie Kennedy, in the back. So they were the door holders welcoming as they came in, and there'll be very familiar faces throughout your journey here. I introduced Ashley. Is there anybody else here? Okay, good. So I'm Beth Ann Swan. As I said, I'm the Associate Dean for Education. So please, I always say to students, if you see me in the hallway or you see me over at ENLC, please say hello. Please tell me who you are. If you don't, I'll follow you. So either say hello or you're going to ultimately, I'm going to follow you down the hall and ask who you are. So please always know that if you see any of us, just say hello and who you are. And I'm going to let Shawana tell you a little bit about.
Sure. First, I just want to get a gist of what geographic states are represented here. If you reside in the state of Georgia, do you mind raising your hand? Welcome. Anybody from the East Coast? Maryland? Oh, good. Maryland, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. Good. How about anybody from Texas, Florida? Excellent. How about Arkansas, Iowa, Ohio, Hawaii, Mexico, Utah? No. How about any other states that I didn't mention? Good. So my point in doing that is that there are some common similarities here among where you all come from geographically. So you are not alone, even if you don't see external physical characteristics of people within this room. You may have geographical similarities. So connect to those who may be from your region and outside your region. This will be your tribe throughout your time here at Emory, so I encourage you all to form close bonds and relationships that could last a lifetime. I know when I started nursing school many years ago, I still have the same friend that started with me in an accelerated program, very similar to the MN Pathway program here at Emory. So remember your tribe, hold on close to your tribe, form groups through GroupMe, What's Up, so you can have those resources, have shared experiences, and really have community among one another. But as Dr. Swan mentioned, I am Shawana Moore. I serve as the interim MSN and DNP program director. By training, I'm a women's health nurse practitioner. I've been a women's health nurse practitioner for over a decade now. Most of my work has focused on underserved populations of women with a focus on maternal and reproductive health care. I'm a wife and I'm a mother, and I happen to have a 7-year-old son whose name is Emory. And that happened before I actually came to Emory. I'm newer to Emory. I've been at Emory going into my 2nd year. So newer here, but love nursing, a huge advocate for students who are in accelerated programs and continue their education to go in and become advanced practice nurses. So we have multiple specialties here, so I do encourage you to take a deep dive into those specialty areas, learn what they are, so you can decide what your true passion is in the field of nursing as an advanced practice nurse as your next step once you finish your MN. But I'm here to support you in any way, as well as my colleagues. I have an open door policy, very approachable. My cell phone number is on my email, so If you ever want to sit down and talk about the MSN programs as well as the DNP programs and what that looks like for you, I'm happy to meet with any of you all throughout your career here.
And I should also share what Shawana shared. So I too, I've now been in Emory about 3.5 years. I moved from Philadelphia, so I'm new to Atlanta, and moved here during that thing called the pandemic. And I feel like just in the last year, we're starting to break out. And so we're thrilled that students are now, you know, back in the classroom, back in person, and, you know, forming their groups and their teams and their collaborators. So this is really your time. We're going to stop talking and we're going to open it up for questions. And so who wants to be the first brave person with their burning question? Yes. Woo. Okay. Say who you are, where you're from, and then what you're.
All right, my name is Ayush. I'm from California. I go to school in Illinois right now. And the question I have is, are most of the classes like in this area? It's a very simple question, but are most of the classes in this building or in this area, so on and so forth, for the program?
Okay, that is a great first question. So classes, we have this building here at 1520. So you'll have some of your classes will be in this building. You also may have heard of our Emory Nursing Learning Center, which is about 2 miles away in Decatur. So all of your lab and simulation will be there. And you may have some classes over there. It really depends semester to semester on the schedule. So you'll be in this building, and then you'll have minimally your simulation and your labs at the Emory Nursing Learning Center over in Decatur. Great first question.
Hi, my name is Cam. I am from San Diego, California, but I'm currently going to school in Arizona. I was wondering, how far away is that location from this location? Quick question. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Our Emory Nursing Learning Center is about 2 miles away, and there is Loop that runs on a schedule that if you need to get on the Loop or the MARTA, you can do that on a regular schedule, and it picks up. It picks up on Clifton, the corner of Clifton and Howell Mill Road, out front on the corner. Okay, now wait, I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So remember your number, okay? Because I won't remember your number. Okay. Number 1 was back here, I know.
Everybody, my name is Deja. I'm from here. I just want to know when we'll be able to.
That's why you need to know Ashley Frost. And Ashley, I'm going to let you answer that question.
So when do you guys register for classes? Your first semester, you guys are in the exact same classes, the exact same rotations, you're all together. So you actually are registered by the School of Nursing registrar, so you don't have to do anything your first semester. Your second, third, fourth semesters, you do self-register, but I will guide you through that process, tell you exactly what you need, which groups you can choose. So it's a very, simple process because we lay it out very simply for you guys. So you don't have to worry about anything right now for registration. We will have that done for you. Cool.
Okay, number 2.
I have a mic so I can take the other side of the room.
Thank you. Name and
Hey y'all, my name is Diogo. I'm from Brazil, but I go to school here in Georgia. My question is, aside from Emory's health system, what other hospitals do we attend to during clinicals?
Great question. So, Emory Healthcare students clinical rotations at Children's Hospital of Atlanta, which we refer to as CHOA. You might, if you're local to Atlanta, you might see their big glass building going up a couple blocks away. They'll do their big move in the summer and the fall. So by the time all of you are reaching your pediatric rotations, hopefully you'll be in their new building by then. And so we also have students rotate to Grady, they rotate to Piedmont, they rotate to Northside. I think there's a place called Northside, Cherokee perhaps. So it's Northside and then the Northside affiliates as well, Piedmont and the Piedmont affiliates as well. Can I just, and I don't purposely focus on just acute care hospital based. Our students also rotate through a variety of community-based organizations like BP, Bow People SOS, Georgia Harm Reduction, Aid Atlanta, Latina Community Fund. Some students will have the opportunity to be at the Mexican Consulate or the Ecuadorian Consulate. So we really, our students experience that continuum of care, both inpatient and outpatient. Sorry to interrupt.
Hi, my name is Zoe. I'm from here in Atlanta, and I currently go to school at Kennesaw State. And my question was, what is like a typical week schedule for classes? Like, do we have class every day, or is there a break day, clinicals, you know?
That's another great question. And so when you all start, and I said the fall, but all of you are going to be starting in May, correct? Right. And so your semester one, you'll have, you'll have 5 classes. You'll have pathophysiology for nursing practice, pharmacology for nursing practice, the art and science of nursing practice, health assessment and physical examination, and foundations of practice practicum. And so the typical schedule is students are usually on campus 2 days a week. That's the typical schedule. You're here 2 days a week, and then that leaves the other 5 days. So hypothetically, if you are in class on, say, Wednesday, Thursday, that leaves Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and in the first semester, it's, you'll have those simulation time typically during the week. But once you are in clinicals and clinicals are assigned, those 5 days are available
Good morning. I'm Farlene. I'm from Florida. I already have my bachelor's. I was gonna ask the same questions as her, but I guess go in depth about the hours of the day then.
Oh, the hours of the day. So I would say typically there is, on one of those days, there's typically an 8 to 9:30, and not 8 to 9:30, 8 to 9:50 class. And what we try to do in that schedule is have that break, at least have a break in between that middle of the day if possible. It might happen at 11 or 11:30. It might happen at 1, but we do like to have a break for the students. We have a variety of activities around, wellness and well-being. We do have I don't even know what we're calling it anymore. I'm going to call it the multi-purpose room over at ENLC, where sometimes students are in there doing yoga, sometimes they're stretching. It really depends on what's happening. And then you'll meet a person by the name of Arnita Howard, if you haven't already or know her name. And she's really one of our people who are leading a variety of activities and let students know when they are and where they are. They happen both at 1520 in this building and at the Emory Nursing.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Trinity Franklin, and I'm from here, the Hollywood of the South, Atlanta, Georgia, but I go to school in Huntsville, Alabama. And my question would be, since it's like a very large cohort, what is the typical class size? And initially, since we had to select our specialty, are we split from the beginning with like the P's and the women health, or is like when we finish the RN and then we go specifically with our, I guess, group of people, or like our specialty group of people?
Right, another good question. So the first priority, your first priority in the program is the MN degree. And you will travel through that program as a cohort. So in the first semester, you'll have all your classes together as a big group. And where we will have smaller groups is when you're doing health assessment and foundations. So you'll be in smaller groups through that time. Once you get to the second semester, some of the courses are what we call blocked. And so let me just look at this. So in the second semester, you'll do adult and geriatric nursing, and then mental health nursing and the mental health practicum. And so usually the group is then in half. And so half will do adult and gero, the other half will do mental health, and then you switch. That's that, and that will happen in your second, third, and your fourth semester. Once then, related to the advanced practice portion, depending on the specialty you've selected, you'll be asked again about that in your program, and you'll be seeing Heather and Shawana throughout your 4 semesters, as a team. Then you will be, and you might already now know, like, what is the specialty you're interested in. So there might be other people who are interested in peds, and now in your MM program, you may coalesce together because of your interest in peds. But typically, once you complete and graduate with your MN, and then you move in, then the classes are really organized around those specialties. Does that answer your question? Okay.
Hi, my name is Mami from Atlanta. My question more is, what advice would you give to those of us that work? Because you did mention 2 days a week for class, and the other 5 days lab and stimulation. Is it mandatory, or is it flexible enough? What times? So, our work schedule.
I will need to use the word mandatory. So that there's really not flexibility related to when the classes are scheduled or when the clinicals are scheduled. We're not recording, so I don't want to be recorded when I say this. Katie has her hand up. Okay, so I'll say it anyway and be recorded. There may be an opportunity in some flexibility around when you come in for simulation and lab, because that's done in groups, and that happens throughout the day. And so there may be some, like if you're in, I don't know, the 10 o'clock group, but you have somebody who will switch with you from the 3 o'clock group. There may be that, may be that opportunity for flexibility. But classes are scheduled when they're scheduled, and those times in clinicals are scheduled when they're scheduled. Yes?
Two, if you're about to get married, make certain that your partner or spouse is working to sort of help you out. So don't make any of those big purchases right now, and this is when you really begin to sort of kind of function in a very lean lifestyle, just so that you don't put pressure on yourself to be able to make it work.
Okay, you're 7, and just give me 1 second because Victoria McKinney has come in. And Victoria McKinney is colleagues, and if you were in one of Victoria's programs, she's the brains behind those operations. Okay. Yes, okay, good, okay, perfect, okay. Number 7.
Hello, my name is Tiffany Zimmerman. I'm from South Atlanta, Henry County area. There we go. I guess to piggyback on working, not working, living lean, when will we, which is my life, baby. When will we have the opportunity to really reach out to financial aid and talk about funding assistance and start, because we start very soon, and everyone's like, yes, I can't even change my FAFSA to graduate program.
Good morning, everybody. Officially welcome. So that is a lot. Would probably take up an entire hour session. So a few weeks ago, I believe there was an opportunity for you guys to view a financial aid webinar that Addie Maddox ran. If you weren't able to attend that webinar, we'll be doing one again in a few weeks, and that will answer a lot of questions. I'm happy to schedule time to kind of go through really specific questions with you all. If all 120 of you email me tonight, it might take me a little time, but I do want to make sure that we get those questions answered. I will say the first priority for you guys after you leave today from a financial aid perspective is if you have not completed your FAFSA yet, you need to do it. You need to be completing the 2023-2024 FAFSA, okay? That's for the summer semester. The 24-25 will also need to be completed, but that's like in a few weeks. Let's get this first one done. When you do fill out the 23-24 FAFSA, that is as a graduate student. If you are currently an undergraduate student finishing your degree, you will probably need to wait another month because it could interfere with your current semester's aid. So it gets really complicated. I will say that we will do our best to make all of this make sense for you guys and provide all the opportunities that you need to kind of put the puzzle together. All right?
My name is Maya. I'm from Fayetteville, North Carolina. One of my questions was about the immersion programs, like the study abroad. How often do those run, and are we allowed to do it during the admin portion?
Yes, so there are immersions, again, another hallmark of being here at Emory. And so the immersion programs are, the leader, I'll say, is Dr. Helen Baker. And those programs are administered through our Lillian Carter Center. And every year, we were at an event last night, they mentioned that there's probably about 100 immersion trips that are offered here at the school. And there are ones that are offered during spring break. There are ones that are offered during fall break. I do know that they had some and we do have the farm workers program that runs for 2 weeks in June. And so for now, I would say take a look at if you're interested in an immersion, take a look at the Lillian Carter Center, our webpage, where they are all listed and what the requirements are. And our faculty are really familiar with these programs. So, for example, there's one that's going to run over spring break, And our farm faculty thought, okay, I won't schedule my exam until after spring break when they come back. And students were like, no, we're not going to be studying during our immersion. So faculty and because some of them may run, it might overlap with a day or two of class. Faculty are aware of that and are looking to say, okay, if there's not to schedule an assignment during that. But I would say look at that Lillian Carter Center webpage. In fact, last night at this alumni event, they showed some really impactful videos about the work that our students do on immersion. So I'm hoping those videos are there or will be there soon. Does that answer your question? Okay, 9, 10,
Hello.
11, 12, 13.
I'm Amaria Robinson. I'm from Decatur, Georgia, and I just recently graduated from Georgia State with a public health degree. My question is, okay, as far as like the DNP program and like becoming a CRNA, is that the same? Like, would it be considered like the MSN pathway still, or like is it something separate once we finish the MN portion?
Program is separate. That's not included as one of the options in the pathway program. So if you were interested in the nurse anesthesia program, you would finish the MN portion of the program, and then you would need to work in an intensive care environment for at least a year before being able to apply to that program.
Thank you.
And you will have the chance to meet MJ Curtis. I think he is in the simulation session, and he's one of our anesthesia students. So, 10, is it 10?
Or 11, I'm not sure. Hey, I'm Kennedy Houston. I'm originally from Pontiac, Michigan, but I moved here 8 years ago to go to Clark Atlanta University, where I got my bio degree. My question today is about uniforms and scrubs. One, are we required to pay for those out of pocket, or are those a part of our tuition costs? Do we wear those to class and clinicals, or is it just clinicals? And I think that's pretty much just my questions.
All right, so let me answer the second question. So the scrubs, you are not required to wear those to class, but you are required to wear those to lab, to simulation, to clinical, and to any official event where, like, say you're going to participate in a community health fair on a Saturday or Sunday, you would wear your scrubs to that event. Your first question, that I believe the students are responsible for purchasing their scrubs. It's not included in the tuition and fees. Okay. Okay. No, whoa. I think you're 13. I think we've got an 11 and a 12, and you were 10. Okay, so you were 11, right? And you're 12, 13. Okay.
Hi, my name is Renee. I'm from Alabama. So I have a question about working again. Will there be opportunities for us maybe to work part-time at Emory's Hospital?
So, the very short answer is yes. And so there are different opportunities, and I'm going to say them very high level, but we can get more because there's a lot of variety. So after students complete their first semester, there's an opportunity. Their role, I believe, at Emory Healthcare is a patient tech position, which is usually like a weekend, or I think it's 4 shifts a month. I forget what the requirements are. So there's that opportunity. One of our faculty who lead our in Emory program, Dr. Carrie McDermott, she is the co-director for one of our other MN programs, but she's also the leader of the nurse residency program at Emory Healthcare. And so there is a program that she received funding for nursing students. I believe it could begin in the second semester, where students are part of an apprenticeship program, a formal program with Emory Healthcare and it's at two locations that are in Representative Lucy Bath District, because it was funded through earmarked dollars. And I believe that's Johns Creek and St. Joe's. And so that's an opportunity. So students would participate in this apprenticeship program, and they would, as part of that, they would complete 60 hours with an RN and be paid for that position. And so in addition to your clinical hours you have as part of your program, there'd be additional 180 hours in this apprenticeship. So there's that opportunity. Then there's an opportunity that we call Nell Works, that is administered with Dr. Lisa Muirhead's office. And so Nell Works is an opportunity for students so we have 50 current students who are working in jobs in the School of Nursing, doing a variety of things. Probably in my time, it would be your Gal Friday back in my days. Today, it would probably be a temp. And so depending on where those jobs are, students have that ability, and that is, again, administered through Dr. Muirhead's office. Am I missing any? Oh, tutoring, yes. So something oh God, thanks. So both as a job and as a student. So we have again, through Dr. Muirhead's office, we have a program called NEST. And it's an academic support program for all of our students who may find themselves that they need academic support at some point along the program. But as part of that program, we also employ students to be NEST tutors and also offer supplemental instruction, and they're paid positions also. So there's opportunity for that. And again, you'll get to know we're an innovative bunch here, and so we're always trying to look for ways to reduce student debt. So we have a variety of programs that we're working on with that as our goal and our purpose. So does that answer your question? Okay. But Carrie McDermott is like, if you reach out to me and say, hey, I want to do such and such, I'll connect you with Carrie. Okay.
Hey guys, my name is Bree. I'm from Tampa, Florida. My question is, are our clinicals picked for us for both portions of the program, or are we responsible for
Okay, great question. So during the MN portion, your clinicals are assigned. And I would say at the end in your last semester of your program, you'll have a course called Role Transitions. And in that course, students are asked, what do you want to do something in maternity, in public health, in mental health, in med-surg, and so that the big area, and then potentially, is there a location that you're interested in? And we asked for those information. We asked so we know at least what area you want to be in to best match that role transition, whether it's peds or maternity or mental health or med-surg. So in that case, yes. Now, I do have information about the clinical placements in the MSN-DNP portion. So if you bear with me, because I'm being recorded, I don't want to go off the script I've been given. So we have a very extensive clinical placement office here at the school. And so once our students enter into either the MSN or the DNP specialty programs, students are paired with a clinical placement coordinator ensure a valuable clinical experience and to help navigate that process, the clinical placement process. So partnered with the clinical placement coordinator and faculty to ensure that the placement aligns with the program standards and that the placements are suitable. And so there's ongoing efforts from our clinical placement team. So some of you are here in Atlanta and some of you are from other parts of the country. And we have people who live in Atlanta who, for that portion of the program, say, oh, I'm going to move to Michigan. Where we have people here in California say, well, after this part of the program, I'm going to move back to California. So while the MN portion, pre-licensure portion of the program is in person and on campus, our post-licensure portion of the program is online. And so we do have students who do their MN here, and then they move back to their home state. Map of the United States, and we color that map green, yellow, and red. So there are 3 or 4 red states. So if you say to me, Beth Ann, I'm moving back to New York, and I'm going to say, you might want to consider because New York is a red state, and so we could never ever get a clinical placement for advanced practice in those red states. The yellow states, that just means it requires what I call a paper chase. So we have to gather all these documents around our curriculum, the preceptor, the site, our faculty, the course objectives, and we just did this for a student in Alabama. So it's really collecting all of that, making and that can take anywhere. Oh, Brian's back. It worked. The video worked perfect. So it could take anywhere from, I'm going to say, 6 weeks. Sometimes these, like Washington State, if anybody's going there, that takes about 6 to 9 months to make that happen. And so the earlier we're planning, the better off we are. Focus should really be getting here in May and starting your MN program. Oh, and I'm getting the hook for time. But what I'm going to do is, okay, 2 minutes. Partnership between MN portion or the post-licensure portion, you're not alone. We work very closely with students around clinical placements for the advanced practice portion. Last quick question.
Very quick. So my question is about prerequisites. In the unlikely event your prerequisites are not completed before the start of May, is your application held for the next round, or do you have to reapply?
It is our sincere hope that everybody has prerequisites finished by May 17th. If you do not have them finished on May 17th, you will not be able to start the program. That's the first day of class, okay? If that happens to be the case, we can have a discussion at that point about what the potential next steps are. But everyone's goal should be to finish by May 17th with a C or above, no C minuses. You're at Emory.
So I know we're done, but one more person walked in the room. Helen Baker, do you want to stand up, please? Helen Baker is our program director for our BSN first year students. But somebody already asked about immersions. So I said Dr. Helen Baker is the person who's leads all of those programs. And so did anybody else come in who I missed that I should be saying? So thank you so much. Really, really great questions. I'm glad we have it recorded, and then we can make an FAQ for future sessions. So you are now going down the steps to PO1. And thank you everybody for coming. I knew that.
I saw you run. I said, "Oh no, let's figure it out."
I knew that clinical was going to come up.
Oh yeah, that's always a hot topic.
Thank you, Brian.